All right, I know summer is a time where you travel, so I thought I would do another travel tip for you that I have become an expert in, and that is when your flight gets delayed or you get canceled and have to stay overnight in another airport. And that very well could happen this summer, so just let me give you some tips. So first and foremost, if your flight is going to be delayed or going to be canceled, the first thing you need to do is inform yourself on the next flights coming up. So when you're on the plane, when you're at the airport, when it's starting to get delayed, the very first thing you need to do is get on Google Flights, and you need to find the next couple of flights that you can get out that will get you to your destination. Because what you're going to have to do is rebook, and the airlines will automatically roll you over, but that doesn't mean you're going to go on the next flight. They're going to put you on the next flight that is not jam-packed with people. And if there is a wait list on there, if there's standby, you will not get on the next flight. So if your flight at 5 o'clock gets delayed, they're not going to put you on the 7 p.m. They're going to put you on there the next day. And you need to know when the next flights are going out, because you need to have that information to be able to get on the next flight. So if you get delayed, the easiest thing to do is to get on the phone and call the 1-800 numbers. You need to have the 1-800 number to whatever airline you are flying on in your phone before you travel. All of them have an American, an 800 number. American, Southwest, Delta, they all have one. Put it in your phone before you get to this issue. Because here's the deal. They're going to tell you to go to customer service, and the customer service is going to be out the door. And it's going to take you an hour or two because they've delayed 100 people on your plane. And if there's a weather issue, they've delayed a lot more. So the first thing you need to do is put the 800 number of the airline you're flying in your phone. And as soon as you get delayed, get on Google Apps and start looking at the other flights. Now, let me remind you of something. If there is a weather delay, they aren't going to do anything for you. They can't do anything about weather. You're not getting a hotel. You're not getting a meal voucher. If there's a weather delay, they're not going to do anything for you other than automatically roll you over and book you on the next flight. If it is a weather delay, you can only get on that airline. So if I'm on American, there's a weather delay, I can call in, I can get another flight on American. However, if it is a mechanical issue or a staffing issue, the staff has staffed out. Now they don't have flight attendants. There's a mechanical issue. They can put you on another airline. They have reciprocal relationships with other airlines. And so if there is a mechanical issue, one of the things you need to do is go and look at the next flight that's going to get you no matter what airline it is. So if you're on American and you get delayed at 4 o'clock, you can go on the app. You see that there's a United flight an hour later. You can go on and ask for your flight to be put on the United flight if it's a mechanical issue. Not if it's a weather delay. They won't put you to another airline. But if you are delayed because of a mechanical issue, they will put you on another airline at that airport. Now, the other day I tried to do this, and I tried to fly in to a different airport. So I was in Ontario. I got on the phone. I'm in Ontario, but there's another flight at Santa Ana. They won't do that. They will only put you on a flight on in the actual airport that you're in, but they can put you on a different airline. So if you are mechanically delayed, when you get on the phone, say there is a flight on United. This is the flight I want to be on. And if there are seats, they can put you on there. So don't just look for your airline for your next destination. Look for any airline. You can also go to an airline that's close by. So I often fly into Lexington, but there's often problems in Lexington because it's a smaller airport and the planes are smaller. I know that if I get delayed, I can often go on and get a flight to Cincinnati or get a flight to Louisville. So check the close by airports that you might be able to drive through, or you might be able to get an Uber to get to where you're going. It's going to cost a little bit of money, but it just depends on where it is that you are going. You can rent a car and take it to that airport. So check the airline of your airline, but also the other if it's a mechanical issue. If it's a mechanical issue, they will give you a hotel and they will give you meal vouchers. They won't do that for weather. Now, what's going to happen is they're going to say, we're going to get you a hotel. Your flight's been delayed. Please go get in the customer service line. Well, here's what you need to understand. You can get your own hotel and you can turn that in a receipt and get paid back. So if you don't want to wait 2 hours in line of all the 100 people on your flight trying to get a hotel, you can get your own hotel and they will reimburse you. However, it is a pain. There's a whole bunch of paperwork. They won't reimburse you for, the Hyatt Regency. They are only going to reimburse you a certain amount, but you don't have to wait in that line. If you want to book your own hotel, get your own Uber, get your own shuttle or your own taxi, you can get to a hotel a lot earlier than standing in line, and then you can turn in receipts for that flight that has been canceled, and they will reimburse you. It just takes a really long time. I do that all the time because I don't want to wait 2 hours when it's 10 o'clock at night for getting a hotel. So you can book your own. They will reimburse you for that. They won't reimburse you for food. I have heard they will reimburse you for Ubers and taxis if you do that too. But if you do get delayed and you get in that line at customer service, they will give you a voucher for food, usually for that night, and the next morning they will give you a voucher for a taxi, and they will give you a voucher for a hotel. So they pay for all of that when there is a staffing issue and a mechanical issue. But remember, not when it is a weather issue. So easiest thing you need to do, put the 800 number in your phone so that you'll know who to call when you get delayed, when you get laid over. Make sure that you look at all the flights, write those flight numbers down so that when you call them and say, I want to be on this one, I want to be on this one, you will know, and know that if you want to go to a different airline, if it's a mechanical issue or a staffing issue, they have a reciprocal relationship. So if you're on American, you can go on the next United flight if there are spots available. So knowing this will hopefully get to your destination a lot quicker. Hope this helps out. Share this with everybody.